Bulls are to run out winners of this match. They really have to score early in this second half. If Leeds are allowed just a chink of light, they'll shoot through and they'll be there. Henry Paul restarts. No McNamara, of course, off with a dreadful gash to the head, as indeed is Jeremy Doniger. And it's Leeds who have the football for the first set of 6 in this second half. And that is Leroy Rivett.
Well, as I mentioned at half-time, Leeds will play very composed football, especially with the fact that they've got their loose forward, Mark Glanville, in the sin bin. Bradford, of course, they'll want to keep this ball alive, zip it out wide, make advantage of that one man.
Ladies and gentlemen, could David Enfield
both sides in 1999 have won 5 from 6. But the Bradford Bulls to date are 100% in Super League, and the Wigan Warriors have beaten Leeds last time out. Yestin Harris went for the 40-20 kick then, but Baikona flicked it back with the outside of his boot, and Spruce has picked it up, and he's bounced off one, but Rivett sticks to him like glue. Opening minute of the second half, penalty to Bradford.
Get away! Get away!
Well, it means business this second half to Steve Presley. Rivett hanging on to him. Spruce not being able to play the ball quickly. We saw in the first half both sides eager to turn the ball carrier onto his back, gives the defence time to get back.
Bradford ahead then by 6 points. Remember, in 1998 they lost 4 times at home. And the key to success in this fantastic competition is winning your home matches. And a drive from Anderson! Great drive from Anderson! Great tackle also from Marcus St. Hilaire. Robbie Paul at the dummy half, into the arms of his brother Henry. They're giving it with Forshaw. Forshaw again. Good tackle from Lee Jackson. James Lowes is there. Back it goes to Henry Paul. Then back to Naylor. Scott Naylor driving for the posts. And he's hauled down just short of the line. Jackson lying on. Naylor trying to get to his feet. Lowes gives it to the runner, the big runner. That was McDermott. He flicks it back. Play on. The ball went backwards, says the referee. Lowes, though, is trapped. That's the last tackle. Will they go for the 1 point? No, they're running it with Robbie Paul. He'll stab it to the in goal, looking for that sloped area. And that's well diffused back there by Paul Sterling. Dropped on the loose ball in his own in goal area.
Super little dink through there, but Sterling equal to the task. But what a great burst there by Paul Anderson. He did the right thing, didn't panic, tried to offload the ball in difficult circumstances. He made 50 metres downfield, back on the inside, get out of the way, Marcella. And this is where he was very composed.
Remember, of course, Anderson and the other Bradford players trying to expose early here the 12 men of Leeds, with Mark Glanville in the sin bin right on the stroke of half-time for the professional foul. So this is an important period of the match for the Leeds Rhinos. Can Bradford make Glanville pay for the indiscretion on the half-time bell? Now then, Robbie Paul, up the middle he goes. But Jackson is first man to him. Lowes at dummy half. Jowett now for the Bulls. Escapes the clutches of one. Almost through Matthew, but Matthew stuck to him like a limpet. Lowes. Here's Harmon. Flicks it back out the door. Jowett again.
A lot of the Leeds players going far too high. They're bouncing off some of these tackles.
This is Robbie Paul and Henry spinning. Lowes is there as reinforcements. This now is Forshaw. Forshaw keeps it alive to Lowes. This is Naylor. It's opened up for Naylor. Back it goes to Peacock. Oh, great defence from Leeds. Flicked up though by Peacock to Lowes, and somehow Leeds keep them out. Great defensive effort here. Can they hold out once more? Robbie Paul! Robbie Paul gets the try. The dam broke, and Robbie Paul was through for the try. His first in Super League this year. A try against Leeds last July at Headingley in the win. Another try here tonight.
Quick play the ball, they kept the ball alive. That's the tactics. Naylor back on the inside. Peacock went there. They were always scrambling the Leeds defence. Lowes as ever supporting. They were straight all over the place. Look at them. 6 in such a small area. Golden went for the intercept, left an enormous gap There he goes, Golden. And there goes Robbie. Well, they've made Leeds pay for having one man in the sin bin. Through the dummy. Nothing Rivette could do.
Henry, I'll bring it back if I you. Thank you.
Robbie Paul, one of the stars of the game, no doubt about that. Now back with the captaincy, with Graham Bradley retired. Robbie Paul, of course, led the Bulls prior to Bradley, and Matthew Elliott will have demanded a try early from his team, and they've come up with the goods for him. Now this is a big kick for Henry Paul. Giving it chances. He's given it more than chances, giving it 2 points. 18 points to 6. The Bradford Bulls with a 12 lead. The flags are flying at Odsal.
If you go for the intercept, you're always going to have trouble out wide. And that's what the centre, Marvin Golden, did. Robbie Paul gets in. Happy crowd here. Clapping, chanting. But he knows there's still plenty of work to do in the second half. He's laying the law down.
Certainly is. Leading by example and leading from the front this year. Waving his arms around as Yestin Harris prepares this kick-off low this time. Skimming it along the ground. Bounces off the chest. And Spruce is able to pick it up and launch another Bradford attack. Gets to the 20 before he's hauled down. Bradford looking to score more points early here. Forshaw.
Looking for the second phase of attack there, Forshaw.
Here's Anderson again. Punishing runs up the middle from this big fella.
They love him here, don't they?
Well, he missed all of last year injured. They thought his career was threatened, but he's come back with a bang in 99. Naylor plays the ball to Henry Paul. He finds Warren Jowett, another man back from the sick bed last year. They suffered more than most of the Bradford Bulls in 1998 with injuries. Jowett and Anderson amongst their most crucial. Robbie Paul forward.
A mile.
That was forward.
Well, his option there was the kick, and then he decided. But the time it took to change his mind, all the players had run in front. Opportunity on, perhaps the kick would have been the better choice.
Well, let's go downstairs to join Bill Arthur, who's got one of the leads injured alongside him, Darryl Powell.
Darryl Powell watching from the sidelines, and this is a crucial spell for the Rhinos, and it looked as though down to 12 men you were going to hold out, and then Robbie sneaked through.
Yeah, we started both halves pretty poorly, and certainly Bradford took advantage in the first half, and unfortunately for us we've taken advantage in the second half. We've got to get our composure back and get Mark Glanville back on the field and hopefully get back into the game as quick as we can.
Because as you've proved recently, the game is not beyond you, even with this difference.
No, we're pretty self-assured. We know that we can, if we get our game plan right and everybody's playing pretty well, we can get back into the game whatever the score. So it's not beyond us yet, but we've got to be the next team to score for sure.
Thanks, Darryl. Just briefly, the news from the Bradford dressing room is that Jeremy Doniger is back out and sitting on the bench and knows what day of the week it is, thankfully. He's only had 3 stitches as well, miraculously. Steve McNamara, though, still being stitched. And yet he too is conscious, he's aware, and thankfully he's, despite all that blood, is not too groggy.
Well, that really was a bad mistake by the fullback Stuart Spruce. He really should have overcalled that for Vicona. Vicona was running to it, and the fullback should never have let the winger go for it.
So big opportunity here now for the Leeds Rhinos. Sheridan to Harris, and Harris trying to step off the left boot, but Spruce did well. Bradford, their 10th handling error. Will it be a costly one? Will it prove to be 4 points for the Rhinos? This is Farrell. 2 tackles gone. Jackson, master at dummy half. Sheridan, and again taking over. Lovely run from Sheridan. Great support there. Wonderful support from Brad Godden. And super defence from Bradford. That ball came out. Is this a try for Leeds? No, they haul Matthew back. Jamie Matthew, not known for his try-scoring prowess. So close then. This is Harris, long raking pass. This is Farrell. Farrell taking them on at the middle. Might have done better going out wide. Flicks the ball back.
Knock on.
Last tackle.
There was a knock on there. It also hit a Bradford player.
St. Hilaire has it. Rivette flicks it back. Not the best pass. Dab through. Bradford shut the door. Jowett.
Well, 2 incidents there missed by the official, but it came to nothing. This
Penalty
is the one,
now for Bradford.
that's where it hit the Bradford foot, and that's where the knock-on was.
Listen, please. Listen to what I've got to say. 3 times in quick succession you interfered at the play the ball in the first half. I put Mark Granville in the bin. Yes, sir. The second half, straight after half time, you've interfered twice at the play the ball. If you interfere the play the ball again, the next one's going in the bin, and it's safe for both sides.
I'm sure you heard the referee while you were watching that, ticking Iestyn Harris off. The next Leeds player who interferes at the play the ball will be in the sin bin alongside Mark Glanville,
Who's just coming onto the
who
field.
is just returning, yes. And so too is Barry McDermott. He has come back. So Leeds back to strength, but they've conceded a try and a goal while Glanville has been off. This is Harmon. Lowe's at dummy half. Robbie Paul pops it up to Anderson. By far the most notable of the forwards on show tonight so far. Lowe's to Henry Paul. Wide it goes to Peacock. Oh, they tried to force the pass, and Zisti couldn't take it in.
He should have. It wasn't all that difficult. It was a beautiful piece of play by Peacock as he was going to ground. When you create an opening like that, you have to take them, and he knows it, does Zisti.
Well, Nick Zisti, well known to the Hunter Mariners, and of course, by that, also to Graham Murray, who was boss of the Hunter Mariners in '97. And I noticed the two of them having a good chin whack before the match. Double change now by Graham Murray. Shrill blast on Steve Presley's whistle again. Penalty against Bradford. Messing around at the play the ball.
Well, you can see there that Forshaw wasn't going to let him go.
Penalty count is all square, 6-all. Chances here for Leeds though, set of 6 here. Masella driving the ball in again to within 15 metres of the Bradford Bulls posts. Another penalty, and will someone be on the way?
He's got to. He's warned them.
Well, he's warned Harris and Leeds. He's now warning Robbie Paul.
2 sets here. Interfere, hand on ball. The next man goes in the bin. The next man goes in the bin.
David Boyle the culprit this time. Next one, yellow card.
Well, he's given them a little bit of help there, I feel. The official, Steve Presley. I thought I overheard the official say that the next one was before the next one.
Well, he did say to Iestyn Harris, didn't he, that the same goes for both sides when he was ticking off Harris. But now Robbie Paul is in no doubt as the Bradford captain anymore. And someone wearing white will be in the bin. We'll see if he's as good as his word.
They can change their mind somewhat. They shouldn't.
Penalty to Leeds. Iestyn Harris bang in front. 18-6, this for 18-8. Couldn't be more central. Couldn't be more easy for Iestyn Harris. 18 points to 8 here at Odsal.
Just won't lie down, will they? The Rhinos. They've shown some great character this season.
I was making the point to you at half-time though, Steve-o, isn't that the hallmark of an excellent side?
Certainly is, to be still in this match when they know, the Leeds players know that they're being outplayed. The possession that Bradford have had, really, they should have had this game well and truly sewn up. And yes, you have to admire the tenacity of this Leeds outfit. They just keep going and going and going.
And to be fair, even in that defeat against Wigan with so many men out, there were signs there that this is a different Leeds of the vintage we've seen of the recent past.
Well, a lot of cynics perhaps thought that Leeds would have the semi-final on their minds, but it was a tremendous game, one of the best I've seen for years.
This isn't so bad either. Masella under great pressure from Naylor. Morley was the dummy half. That's Harris. That's St. Hilaire. Disappears under that challenge. Tap on the backside from Lee Jackson. This is the last. And Leeds are running it with Godden. Now he puts boot to ball. Who wants it? No advantage. It's the turnover. The ball played the man is the way Steve Presley read it.
And it did. Naylor didn't know that ball was coming.
And surely Mark Glanville then came from an offside position to make the first challenge.
It appeared that way. But this is becoming fast and furious yet again. Bradford looking to finish this game off, and they could probably do that if they could get a try within the next 10 minutes.
Robbie Paul, Danny Peacock, great tackle from Marvin Golden.
Come on.
Bradford rolling forward again, David Boyle now, Sinfield there, and Jackson with the tackle. Last one for the Bradford Bulls. Will they go to the air? It's with Paul. They do. It's off the outside of the boot. Vicona will collect. Flicks it back. It's kept alive somehow. Chip over the top from Henry Paul. Claiming he was impeded by Paul Sterling. Referee unimpressed.
Well, he went for the Oscar there, did Paul? Bit of a dramatic situation. Well,
I'm not sure. Morley flicked a hand out into his face.
That was a high one from Henry Paul. That was swinging. I'm not so sure that the incident earlier with Adrian Morley, it was a flat hand.
No point, go on.
But he was chasing the kick through, his own kick through. This is a definite high tackle.
Without a doubt. Eyes on the target. The padded arm.
Right, Paul.
Made contact.
All right, Mark.
Well, yet
Touch
again,
of frustration, I think, there from Henry Paul.
I think so. He thought that he perhaps should have been receiving a penalty himself. Well, this is a difficult period of the game now for Bradford. This huge crowd behind them, and they cannot finish this Leeds side off.
No, they know the crowd are baying for them to put Leeds to sleep, but they won't lie down.
That's back to 6. There'll be a knock-on. Lowe's definitely touched that football.
He disputes it, as he disputes just about every call that goes against him.
There's the offload, that's where he touched it, and that's a knock-on. No doubt about it. That's the touch from Lowe's, that's the knock-on. That's why we got the scrub.
And that's why Leeds are in possession with Sinfield, and he finds Golden, and he's immediately hit by Peacock and by Robbie Paul. This is tenacious. There's no place for faint hearts.
They've really had a battle royal, haven't they? Marvin Golden and Danny Peacock. They must be black and blue.
Harris back on the inside to the big man McDermott. He offloads it. And here's St. Hilaire again. Marcus St. Hilaire cut down by a flying tackle from Lowe's. Jackson, they're going out wide. This is Rivette. And Rivette just hauls short about 1.5 meters. Not the best play of the ball. Peacock's after it, and Peacock's got it. The ball rolled back about 8 meters then, and Peacock shot through.
Well, there's little that Lee Jackson, the hooker, could have done with that. The ball was played so strongly, it went right the way back, and then Golden lost it. Peacock picked it up. Big let off there. Bradford were looking very stretched indeed. McNamara returns.
Well, how brave is that? We saw the blood pumping from the head, but he's back on the field with a head guard. What on earth's he doing out there? Let's hear from Bill.
Brave Steve McNamara, 9 stitches and a lot of strapping underneath that scrum guard. And thankfully, despite all that blood, McNamara is as sharp as a pin, and he's as keen to get back into the action. Mind you, that shirt is going to prove hard work for the Bradford laundry department.
Certainly is. Bradford with another set of 6 here. Vicona retains possession for them. That's the first, right on halfway. Boyle dummy half. First touch McNamara, second spell on. Must have a heck of a headache.
Well, Leeds tackling will make sure that he has one.
Robbie Paul to Stuart Spruce. And Spruce holds on under pressure from Jackson and Sinfield. Lowe's, Henry Paul, Naylor, big raw-bone centre brought from Salford during the winter. Another raw-bone centre behind him was Peacock at dummy half. This is Forshaw, Jackson and Farrell in with the tackles.
Will they do the link? They've gone the blind side with Lowe's. Oh, well spotted there.
Just tried to dink it over the man. Harris read the script.
Did he ever? Well, they were screaming out wide there. The two Paul brothers was wanting the ball, but Lowe's took the option on the blind side.
Got the ball! Go.
Paul Sterling scampering away. Coming up to the hour mark of this pulsating contest. Second meeting in 5 days between these two, and they're going at it hammer and tongs, hell for leather. It's a 40-20 if it would have bounced towards the touchline. It doesn't, but Zisti's going to have to run this out of danger. Great strength, and he's bounced off one, but that's a wonderful tackle again from Golden. Boy, I've been impressed with him in defence tonight. Got some great tackles in. Deacon then hands it on.
Come on.
Into the final 20 now, and this is where the tiredness will set. Fitness is definitely going to be the key now. And the way that Bradford have kept this ball alive, it's a wonder that Leeds are still there. But they're still in this game. Only 10 points separate them.
14 clean breaks from Bradford. This might be another from Zisti. Oh, another great tackle. It's Golden again. And he's rolled them into touch. What a match Marvin Golden's having.
Not surprising is that Golden came across on the cover, did everything right. Not only that, put him over the whitewash. Well, what a game he's had in defence. Been a huge battle between that man and Danny Peacock.
Henry, you must bind for me. Henry, that's good.
Well, Marvin Golden must be a contender for your man of the match, but I wonder who you will vote for. 0660 1010 13, and don't forget, 2 grand final tickets up for grabs tonight, and the place in the draw for the VIP box at Old Trafford on October the 9th for the grand final. And we said in Super League 3 that the players in the competition had stepped up a gear, and in Super League 4, from what we've seen early this season, boy oh boy are we in for a summer. This is Mark Glanville. 2 sides here that would grace Old Trafford. Wigan, Saints, Halifax and the rest will have something to say about that, though. You can rest assured. Harris!
They've really kept him quiet. Oh, that wasn't the best pass from Harris.
And he's surrendered possession. Zisti has got it back for the Bradford Bulls. Here's Peacock again.
Oh, that was a swinging arm there, I feel, from Golden. Trying to get the ball.
Harmon to drive it in. Farrell and Golden again with the tackle. Well, if this is good, I'm sure Wigan and Saints, who will be watching this at home tonight, they will produce another thriller. High noon at Central Park, Good Friday, and we'll be there, Sky Sports 1. I know that you will.
Well spotted there by Morley. Knew the ball was going to come back on the switch.
Good kick down the sideline, and St. Hilaire will have to run this ball back. And he does with gusto. Gets away from Deacon. There's some smashing performances on show out there. Your man of the match choice tonight will be so difficult.
And Leeds come yet again. Well, there's been some heroic work by the Leeds three-quarters tonight in defence especially. Well, they've done so much work in carting that ball up.
That's Matthew.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Jackson from dummy half picks it up one-handed. Nearly loses his shorts, doesn't lose possession.
10 minutes before the end of the game.
Here's went backwards, play on, it's still on the last. Harris just drifts it over the top. It's a difficult one, and Zisti. He had everyone's heart in their mouths here with Bradford colours on. Now by Kona, can they counter-attack?
Pretty play there by the Bradford Bulls.
Henry Paul with the knee heavily strapped.
Looks to be in a lot of trouble.
Dummy half. Vicona.
Looks in a lot of trouble there when he took the ball. And I think we may see Paul being taken from the field of play. Is not looking good at all.
Forshaw running strongly. Matthew and Farrell with the tackle. A break. Great pass to Vicona. And again the Leeds defence comes from nowhere. Deacon with the break. It was terrific stuff.
Was it
there
ever
he is
from
again.
Deacon?
Henry Paul. On it goes to the brave McNamara. They've got men on the overlap out wide. This is Peacock going for glory on his own. Flicks it back. In touch. Boyle, I think.
Yeah, never got anywhere near to getting that ball down, but he'll go to
judge
the...
and referee not convinced. They'll go to the screen.
Looking to see if he grounded the
Definitely
ball.
no try.
Shut up.
Great cover defence there. Rivette and Harris came away. And there you see it right on the whitewash. That's out. No try.
Great defence from Rivet.
Well, they were stretched. It's a beautiful long ball out wide by McNamara.
I think he knows, as we all do. Leeds get the possession.
Line! 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 Wait for the whistle. Get back on the line! Back on the line!
Referee happy now.
Time on.
And here is
Barry
McDermott.
Substitution for the Rhinos, number 5, Francis Cummings.
And Francis
replaces
Cummings
number
enters
12,
the fray,
Mark Glanville.
and Mark Glanville goes off. Graham Murray was anxious to tell me when he gave me the team that Cummings wasn't dropped,
no problem.
just on the bench. 17-man game these days, of course. And here's Jackson, trying to spark something. Now Matthew. Here's Farrell.
Well, Graham Murray has been the master of substitutes over the last 2 seasons. Time and time again, he's produced a super sub off that bench that's turned the game.
Leeds in possession, great stuff. It's St. Hilaire once more. Jackson anxious to get on with it. There he is at dummy half. This is Sinfield, ball back on the inside. And Morley. Anxious times for Graham Murray. Desperate for the 2 points. Harris slides the kick through. Big chase on here. And Peacock to the rescue.
Beautiful piece of football from Euston Harris. He feigned to go on the outside, pulled it back towards the post, and Peacock read it superbly. Now then, where was the full-back? Stuart Spruce. Obviously he'd gone out expecting the kick out wide, but Peacock came to the rescue. What pressure.
Another man, of course, back in this Bradford side after cruciate knee ligament damage last year. Stuart Spruce takes a break, and no wonder this game played at breakneck pace from the start.
Gavin Walker, can you report to the lost
Jackson getting more and more involved in these Leeds attacks.
Good run from the dummy half. More of that. That's what's needed. It's getting a bit scrappy again at the play the ball.
Godden to Barry McDermott. Great barnstorming run from the prop forward. Scragged to the ground by Boyle. Here's Jackson again. Jackson flicks the ball back. Golden. Boyle and Lowe's in to quell the danger.
Well, Jackson was running the angle. He was running the angle, pointing for someone to come back on the inside.
Here's Harris. Not the best pass. It bounced in front of Cummings. Rivec picks it up. They lost their way there a little, Leeds. Last tackle. Cummings at dummy half. Back it goes to Harris. He and Jackson involved in everything. Great kick. This is a great kick. Vicona there. Vicona
took it from the field of play.
He did.
It'll be a
drop
drop
out.
out.
The field of play. Was he tackled in the air? I pose the question, no more.
Well, they just collided. They didn't attempt to tackle him. That's the reason why the official has allowed it to go on. But it's good tactics from Leeds, of course, with the fullback Stuart Spruce off the field. They're going to pepper this in-goal area. Peacock was under a lot of pressure, but Vicona took it very well indeed.
And Bradford Bulls are in no hurry to get this game back in motion. Referee Steve Presley imploring them to come on, get going. Drop out to halfway. Farrell will run the ball back.
Leeds getting a lot more possession in these final moments. You have to admire the way that they just claw their way back.
Great screen for a forward pass, non-forthcoming. Harris, great stuff. Eludes 2 or 3, but can't get away from the next 2, and McNamara's taken another bang. Gets up bravely back into the defensive line. This is Morley, flicks it back. Harris again, was going down a blind alley. Gets away from another would-be tackler. Bradford wait the moment and move in for the kill. Jackson again. Matthew driving it towards the post. Last one. Naylor was there. Jackson again at dummy half. Here's Harris. Now it's with Godden. It was straight into Godden's face.
It was on as well.
It was.
There was a huge gap opened up. They thought he was going to be the dummy runner. Look at the gap there. That was try time. There was no one there.
Right on the buzzer.
He could have been taken as well, the Australian centre. It was a very hard pass from the skipper, Harris. But that is a huge let-off.
Deacon at dummy half. Can Bradford finish them off? Zisti. Leeds scrambling in defence, examining Bradford when they attack. What a contest. All we'd hoped of this match and more. Deacon again. Golden has been all over the park tonight. Brave run from Harman.
Tremendous effort for Leeds to still be in this game.
In the 40s, in the 40s.
Bradford was looking for a 40-20. St. Hilaire's picked it up.
Bradford really have just taken it to them. They've thrown everything they've got. They've been running the angles, quick play the balls, but somehow Leeds have the ability to come back.
They're like a heavyweight boxer, aren't they? They soak up all the pressure and they come back off the canvas when you think that they're down and out for the count. Back they come. Who's your man of the match? What a choice for you tonight. 0660 10-10-13. Tickets for the grand final on October the 9th at Old Trafford. Penalty now against Bradford. McNamara, and again he's in the bin.
He's got to, unless he's going back on his word. Next one, he goes.
And he's taking 10 minutes, and at 70 minutes and 36 seconds, we shouldn't see any more of Steve McNamara tonight.
12 men
So
for those.
Bradford have to steer out the last 10 with 12.
Well, I don't know who it was that said, there it is, all over the man, messing around. I don't know who it was that said that, well, I put them to bed, but I forgot to kiss them good night. And that is exactly what now they've got to do.
Here's Harris. Now it's with Farrell. Leeds aren't done. The gap is 10. This is Jackson. Fires the pass to Harris. He is Golden. Almost crowned the perfect night. Golden. He's scrambling for it. He's got it down. He's got the ball down, but was he tackled? Is it a double movement? Was the ball carrying on? Grounded.
Tackled short to the line.
Was he tackled short? Was it a double movement?
Or did he
It's
get
a
over
big
in
call
one
for the
movement?
video ref, this.
Watch for the arm. It's hit the ground. This will be a penalty. A penalty to Bradford.
Or did he get over?
He's gone for the chance. Marvin Golden has gone for the big chance. He's taken the risk of perhaps kidding the officials, but you can't kid the video replay. Ball carrying arm hits the ground, therefore the tackle is complete. Surely they can't give this try. He knows they're running out of time.
Well, he certainly planted it over the line, but the crucial moment was when the ball carrying arm hit the deck with Bradford players hands on. Here's the decision from the video ref. No try. Golden looking to crown a golden night for him. And Graham Murray knows his men have got just 8.5 minutes to score 10 points.
Well, to be fair, you can't blame Marvin Golden for perhaps taking that huge gamble. They know that time is running out. And you haven't got time to call a board meeting to think whether they'll go to the screen. He maybe thought perhaps the official Steve Presley may have just pointed straight away and said it was a fair try, but he was not going to be kidded.
He's had a fine game, Steve Presley, to be fair tonight.
Has he ever? Oh, that's got to be a penalty. That's silly play.
And somebody here could be in the bin, Anthony Farrell.
Well, that was stupidity from Farrell. Watch this. The big fella wants to get up and play and he just pulls the ball away. Dumb football.
Could easily have been in the sin bin for that, Farrell. That was a professional foul.
And he's been chattering all the way back. Some of the players out there. And the right all go at each other. Composure is what is needed from both sides for different reasons, of course.
Well, successive defeats in Super League is not the order of the day. Matthew Elliott's team are 100% at the moment. They want to keep it like that. Anderson with a great run. And Matthew, I think it was, launched at him. But Anderson just brushed him off like a fly. For sure! Where's the support? There it is. Robbie Paul!
What a big game as Robbie. But if someone had been there earlier, Forshaw could have offloaded it. Lowe's has gone. Great defence. He ran into a brick wall.
Fantastic defence. Have Bradford got the key to unlock them? Oh, Peacock's dropped it. Golden's got it back.
Good work by Brad Godden there. They used the second phase of attack, and Godden picked it out. Went slam bang straight towards Peacock. Enough for him to drop the ball. Leeds not out of it yet.
This is Marcella. Jackson pushing the youngster Deacon off the grounded player, and Jackson's through. He toyed with them. Now then, where's the support for Jackson? There it is, Harris. They've got the man out wide, it's Golden. What a performance from Leeds. And Graham Murray's even getting involved, pushing and shoving. Harris at dummy half. Jamie Matthew gets Leeds to within 12 metres.
Outstanding run from Jackson. Again, he steadied the ship. Ooh, that was a delayed one. Looked a bit dodgy in the end.
Godden's all wrapped up. That's fifth tackle now for Leeds. Jackson to Sinfield, slides the kick through. Was there a knock on?
There was
from Forshaw. He's furious.
Doesn't like it. The option of the kick was good.
Never, he says. Let's see.
Sinfield went for it. Yeah, that's a knock on.
There's a knock on.
You've got the mark. I like Mike.
Doesn't have to be a big one. Well, good work, Sinfield. Remember, it was Sinfield that came off the bench against Widnes that got Leeds back into it. Scored 2 tries. Scintillating effort.
Harris will score under the sticks. From the base of the scrum. A scrum that Mike Forshaw believes should never have been, but plainly was. And Harris, well, what more drama is in store for us here? He scored right behind the sticks and will surely convert this.
Well, he just threw a simple dummy. No one got to him. It really was poor defence. Well, Matthew Elliott will be absolutely fuming over that. It's no good arguing about the fact. On the replay, it was a knock-on from Forshaw. And Harris just toyed with him. And it all came about from that lovely break by the hooker Lee Jackson. It is not over yet. The referee, Presley, has called for time off. Sinfield put the kick in. That was a knock-on. Remember, the Bulls down to 12 men. He just threw the dummy. Oh, and dearie me, was missed easy.
Yestin Harris's 5th try in the last 4 matches against the Bradford Bulls. But what a slide rule kick through by young Kevin Sinfield. He's 18 years of age, and he played that kick through with all the cool, the savvy of a veteran.
Well, we mentioned the fact that when he came on, he disintegrated Widnes when it looked as though there could be a huge shock on the cards.
4 minutes to go, 4 points the difference. Leeds have fought and scrambled and scrapped their way back into this match. Here's Paul Sterling.
Still plenty of time.
Sterling was almost through. It was a despairing tackle from Lowe's.
Leeds have to keep this ball alive now. They've got to stretch Bradford. They're looking very tired. Down to 12 men.
Jackson again. Harris stabs it through, looking for Cummins. Oh, that was almost the biggest blunder from Peacock. As it is, Vicona gets the possession for Bradford. Oh, your heart can't stand much more of this.
Unbelievable there. And full credit to Vicona. And also the coach, because the coach has obviously said you must keep going back and help each other. If there'd have been no one there, it would have been curtains under the sticks. Leeds would have snatched this in the final seconds.
Here's Vicona again. Great defence from Leeds.
Now then, will Bradford force towards the sticks and go for the one-pointer?
Anderson's the man to do it, but Leeds are quickly up to him. That's
the last.
In stereo. This is Deakin. Now it's with Robbie Paul, who stabs it into the corner. That will be too strong. And Leeds will come at them again with 2.5 minutes left for play. It's not over yet.
Nerves are jangling out there. Time off yet again from Steve Presley. who has had a fine game.
Wait for the whistle. Wait for the whistle.
Lee Jackson says he couldn't hear the referee's whistle. Time goes back on. It's ticking down. Can Leeds snatch the most dramatic of victories here at Odsal?
It's a big gamble. They've got to keep the ball alive.
And they're doing exactly that. Bradford's turn now to scramble in defence. What a game. What an advert for the Super League again. And there's more to come. Wigan Saints tomorrow. High noon, Good Friday. Last 2 minutes. Wigan Saints have got something to match.
They'll be back to 6.
It is. Referee wipes the tackle countdown.
Anderson definitely got a fingertip to that. More pressure to be soaked up by the Bulls. Rhinos are charging through.
Morley is wrestled to the ground by Henry Paul. Jackson again. Such a key figure. So is Godden. Here's McDermott. Back to Jackson. Now Matthew. Here's Harris. This is great stuff.
Well, kept Harris quiet for most of the game.
Look at the tension on those two coaches' faces.
How are they going to last the full season?
How are we?
You don't look as bad as them, surely.
This is Matthew. Matthew went for the gap. Henry Paul and Paul Anderson shut the door in his face. Last one. Godden still stabs it towards Sterling. Sterling!
Dear me today.
One coach holds his head in his hand, the other nearly pulls his hair out.
Godden had 2 attempts, it came through. Sterling was there. Beat them.
Time off, wait for the ball again, time off.
Here it comes. The whites of the eyes.
The drama.
Sure, the wig's still on.
The drama of Super League.
What a game.
40 seconds remain. Bradford ahead by 4. A titanic match.
Up the jumper time now. Runs from dummy half, don't even bother passing the football. Oh, dearie me. He's had a big match, this fella. He's taken some punishment. He's taken it up all night.
This is Scott Naylor to the halfway line, but Godden is there, the first man in. With less than 20 seconds to go. Bradford looking at the clock. They're a bit anxious. They're in possession though with Peacock. That's the last. It'll surely be a
Put it into touch
now.
Put it into touch. That's what they want. Doesn't matter. Went out on the fall. They'll get the scrum. That'll eat up.
There's the siren, and Bradford have won a match that took some winning. Graham Murray's men have done him proud. Matthew Elliott's boys get some revenge for the defeat in the semi-final, and the most important thing is it's 2 priceless Super League points. I don't know who the crowd are booing. They should be on their feet as one.
The referee, Steve Presley.
Steve Presley is the first man off the field. What a game that these 2 great sides have produced. Only a whisker between them.